Right, now we'll be seeing about the derivation of integral of secant x dx. Integral of secant x dx. So for this function what I'll be doing means secant x, and I'll be multiplying and dividing by secant x plus tan x whole divided by secant x plus tan x dx to both numerator and denominator. Later what happens, secant x into secant x plus tan x means it becomes as secant square x plus secant x tan x divided by secant x plus tan x dx. Now here what I'll be doing means I'll be putting secant x plus tan x is equal to t. So what happens if I put secant x plus tan x is equal to t? We know derivative of secant x is what? Secant x tan x plus derivative of tan x is nothing but secant square x, and outside there will be dx, and finally it gives rise to dt. So always remember numerator will become dt and denominator will become t. So what happens, the expression is becoming as dt by t, but integral of dt by t is nothing but log mod t plus c, मगर t के स्थान में I will be substituting secant x plus tan x plus c. So finally we made a derivation of integral of secant x tan x is equal to log mod secant x plus tan x plus c, right? But in some textbooks or in some competitive exams you will be finding integral of secant x dx is equal to log mod tan of pi by 4 plus x by 2 plus c. That also we will be seeing. Both are 100% right and both formulas you should remember. Now we will be proving the second one, integral of secant x dx is equal to log mod tan of pi by 4 plus x by 2 plus c. So for this what I will be doing means I will be considering secant x plus tan x for my convenience. So secant x plus tan x, secant x means I'll be writing it as 1 by cos x, tan x means I'll be writing it as sin x by cos x. So finally if I take cos x as LCM, it becomes as 1 plus sin x by cos x. So 1 means I can write as sin square x by 2 plus cos square x by 2, and sin x I can write as 2 sin x by 2 cos x by 2 whole divided by cos x means I can write as cos square x by 2 minus sin square x by 2. These are the formulas, submultiple formulas which you learned in your 11th class. So finally if you could observe carefully the numerator, this particular numerator can be written can be written as a plus b whole square. How means this becomes a square, this becomes b square, and this becomes 2ab, that is looking like 2ab. So what is happening means a plus b whole square. A plus b whole square means I will write as sin x by 2 plus cos x by 2 whole square whole divided by, and here this is like a square minus b square. A square minus b square means I can write as a minus b into a plus b. So what happens, cos x by 2 minus sin x by 2 into cos x by 2 plus sin x by 2. Now if you could observe carefully, sin x by 2 plus cos x by 2 whole square is there, and here cos x by 2 minus sin x by 2 into cos x by 2 plus sin x by 2. I think cos x by 2 plus sin x by 2 will be cancelling down, and in numerator there remains only sin x by 2 plus cos x by 2. I think one term will be getting cancelled. So finally what happens, here I am writing that is equal to, there remains cos x by 2 plus sin x by 2 whole divided by cos x by 2 minus sin x by 2. Now I think I will divide both numerator and denominator by cos x by 2. So what happens? 1 plus sin x by 2 by cos x by 2, that becomes tan x by 2, and divided by 1 minus tan x by 2. But 1 I will write as tan of pi by 4 because tan pi by 4 is 1, and here I will write this as tan x by 2, and 1 minus tan x by 2 means 1 into tan x by 2. So I will write as tan pi by 4 into tan x by 2. So it is like tan A plus tan B divided by 1 minus tan A tan B. So it is nothing but tan of A minus B. So tan of pi by 4, tan A plus tan B by 1 minus tan A tan B, tan of A plus B. So it is looking like tan of pi by 4 plus x by 2, x by 2. So finally what happens when coming to this particular thing? Here I am erasing, and here I will be doing log of secant x plus tan x means definitely what I will be writing in place of secant x plus tan x, log of mod tan of pi by 4 plus x by 2 plus c. So once again I am explaining. Just now we derived integral of secant x dx is equal to log mod secant x plus tan x plus c. Still this can be further written as log mod tan of pi by 4 plus x by 2 plus c. How we are writing and how we are going to evaluate this one from this step I am explaining. I am considering secant x plus tan x, that will be 1 by cos x plus sin x by cos x. So if I take LCM, it is becoming 1 plus sin x by cos x. 1 can be written as sin square x by 2 plus cos square x by 2 plus 2 sin x by 2 cos x by 2 divided by cos square x by 2 minus sin square x by 2. Numerator is nothing but a plus b whole square. So I written as sin x by 2 plus cos x by 2 whole square, whole divided by denominator is a square minus b square. So I am writing as a minus b into a plus b, and 1 cos x by 2 plus sin x by 2 got cancelled. After getting cancelling, there remains with this particular step, and divide by cos x by 2 on both numerator and denominator. There remains 1 plus tan x by 2 and 1 minus tan x by 2. And here this plays an important role. You people might have been forgetting, but I am revising once again. Tan pi by 4 plus tan x by 2 by 1 minus tan pi by 4 tan x by 2. It is looking like tan A plus tan B by 1 minus tan A tan B. It is nothing but tan of A plus B. So tan of A plus B means tan of pi by 4 plus x by 2. Right. Now we shall be seeing some application of the previous trigonometric substitution formula. Right. A question might be asking like this: integral of dx by sine of x minus alpha into sine of x minus beta. So after seeing this question in mind, our mind becomes little bit blur how to do and how to proceed. So for this I will be giving a simple suggestion to you friends. Observe carefully sine of, here what is there, x minus alpha, and here what is there, x minus beta. You subtract this particular angles. That means you need to subtract x minus alpha and x minus beta. In rough I am showing, if I subtract what is happening, x minus alpha minus of x minus beta, this turned down to x minus alpha minus x plus beta. So what happens, it is becoming beta minus alpha. It is turning down to beta minus alpha. So what I suggest means 1 upon beta minus alpha, and here what function is given for us, sine of beta minus alpha. You subtract, that means you add and subtract, and what is happening, sine of beta minus alpha into integral of, here also what I will be doing means sine of beta minus alpha whole divided by sine of x minus alpha into sine of x minus beta, and here dx. So once again I am repeating, whenever this kind of question comes, subtract the angles, xx will be getting cancelled, there remains beta minus alpha. So multiply and divide by sine of beta minus alpha. So what I will be doing means later 1 by sine of beta minus alpha and integral of This particular beta minus alpha can be written like this. So what happens? Sine of, I am putting a big bracket for my convenience, sine of x minus alpha minus of x minus beta whole divided by sine of x minus alpha into sine of x minus beta dx. So if you could observe carefully later, 1 by sine of beta minus alpha, it is like a, if I consider this as A, this as B, it is like sine of A minus B. Sine of A minus B means I can apply a formula, sine A cos B minus cos A sine B. So what happens? Sine of x minus alpha into cos of x minus beta minus cos of x minus alpha into sine of x minus beta whole divided by sine of x minus alpha into sine of x minus beta, and here there will be dx. So finally what it had turned down? It has turned down as sine A cos B minus cos A sine B divided by the numerator. So divided by the denominator. So I think again it is looking like A minus B by C. So I can write as A by C minus B by C. So finally what happens? If you could observe carefully, 1 by sine of beta minus alpha into integral of A by C. A by C means sine of x minus alpha, sine of x minus alpha will be getting cancelled. There remains cos of x minus beta into sine of x minus beta. So cos of x minus beta divided by sine of x minus beta. Again, now A by C finished, now B by C. B by C means cos of x minus alpha, sine of x minus beta divided by sine of x minus alpha, sine of x minus beta. So sine of x minus beta, sine of x minus beta will be getting cancelled. So what happens? Minus cos of x minus alpha divided by sine of x minus alpha. Outside there will be dx. This is dx. So finally what happens? 1 by sine of beta minus alpha into integral of cos by sine. Cos by sine means what? Cot. So cot of x minus beta minus cot of x minus alpha dx. So what happens? 1 by sine of beta minus alpha into, again individually, integral of cot x. Just now we had seen this nothing but log mod sin x. Magar sin x, x means here sine of x minus beta minus here also log mod sine of x minus alpha bracket close and here plus c. So finally this can be written as 1 by sine of beta minus alpha log mod sine of x minus beta by sine of x minus alpha plus c. It's a very important question. I am repeating once again. Integral of dx by sine of x minus alpha into x minus beta. So what technique we observed? We need to subtract the difference between the angles and apply sine. Whatever the difference will be getting, that difference with respect to the sine should be multiplied to numerator as well as to the denominator. So 1 by sine of beta minus alpha into sine of beta minus alpha, because the difference we are getting it as beta minus alpha. So later 1 by sine of beta minus alpha into integral of sine of beta minus alpha sine of x minus alpha sine of x minus beta. This beta minus alpha can be written like this, and if you could observe carefully, this is like sine of a minus b. Sine of a minus b means sine a. Sine a means sine of cos minus alpha. Cos b means cos of x minus beta minus cos a. Cos a means cos of x minus alpha into sin b means sin of x minus beta whole divided by sin of x minus alpha into sin of x minus beta. Later again a minus b by c, so a by c minus b by c. So there remains, I think, sin of x minus alpha, sin of x minus alpha will be getting cancelled, and integral of cos of x minus beta divided by sin of x minus beta minus cos of x minus alpha divided by sin of x minus alpha. So 1 by sin of beta minus alpha into integral of cot of x minus beta minus cot of x minus alpha. But integral of cot of x minus beta is nothing but log mod sin x. So log mod sin of x minus beta minus log mod sin of x minus alpha. So again here log m minus log n. So log of m by n. So finally we finished this concept. Thank you. Now friends, we are going for another type of problems in substitution method. That means while doing integral, we might be finding some expressions where sin theta, cos theta, tan theta, all trigonometric functions are involved, but theta is nothing but an function of x. Right? For example, we will be seeing these three problems where trigonometric function is involved. Magar here theta ki jagah mein root x is there. That means all these problems come under substitution method of type 5. So whenever this kind of problem comes, we need to observe carefully and we need to think twice for what function to get substituted as t or z. That is up to your wish. So what I will be doing means, I will be putting here root x is equal to t. Root x is equal to t means what happens? 1 by 2 root x dx is nothing but dt. So what happens finally? Dx by root x becomes as 2 dt. Therefore what happens? Our problem will turn down to like this. Sin of root x by root x dx is equal to sin of root x I called as t, magar this particular dx by root x becomes as 2 dt. So finally what happens? Our problem will turn down to root x ke sthan mein t, so sin t, and dx by root x is nothing but 2 dt. So what happens? 2 into integral of sin t dt. So integral of sin t means minus cos t. So 2 minus 2 into cos t plus c. But t we considered it as what beta? Root x. So what happens? Minus 2 cos root x plus c. This is our required answer. So similarly, we will be going for the second problem. Integral of cot of log x by x t. So what I will be doing here? We should think twice before applying t as for some function. That means substitution should be done very carefully. So if I put log x is equal to t, I think 1 by x dx is there, that becomes as dt. So our function will turn in terms of t by putting log x is equal to t. So what I will be doing means put log x is equal to t. So what happens finally? This becomes 1 by x dx as dt. So that means this whole thing will turn as dt. So finally what happens? Our problem will go to cot of log x by x dx is nothing but integral of log x as t. So what happens? Cot t dx by x means it turns as dt. Just now we had seen integral of cot t dt means log mod sin t plus c. मगर t की जगह में what we need to substitute? t की जगह में log x. So log mod sin of log x plus c. Right? Now this is a very important problem. This problem had asked in many competitive exams as well as your CBSE examination. Right? So here what I'll be doing means I'll be putting x e power x is equal to t. Very beautiful problem. So here two functions are there and we need to find derivative. Two functions are there and those two functions are in product form. So derivative means we need to apply product rule. So what happens? I will treat this as first function. In earlier classes we had seen about differentiation also. So two functions are there. So 1 into derivative of 2. So x into e power x, because derivative of e power x is e power x, and e power x into derivative of x is 1, and here there happens to be dx, and this will become as dt. So finally, if I take e power x as a common, that means e power x into 1 plus x outside dx, this becomes dt. Therefore, what happens? Our function will turn down to e power x into 1 plus x dx means dt divided by, but I consider x e power x as t, so the denominator becomes as what? Cos square t. So finally, we need to evaluate integral of dt by cos square t. So 1 by cos square t means what? Integral of secant square t dt. So integral of secant square t dt is nothing but what? Tan t plus c. But t is nothing but tan of x e power x plus c. So it's a very, very important problem. You should observe carefully. So we shall be seeing a little bit higher level problems on this particular substitution method. So three problems I'll be taking in at the present moment. So integral of sin 2x upon a square plus b square sin square x dx. So what I'll be doing means, let a square plus b square sin square x is equal to t here. So what happens? A square ka derivative always 0 because it is a constant. B square into, we need to find, a square ka derivative is always 0, b square is in the product form, so b square comes outside, and the sin square x. We need to find the derivative of sin square x. It is looking like x square basically, so it becomes 2x. 2x means it becomes 2 sin x, and sin x ka derivative is always cos x, and outside there will be dx, and it becomes as dt. So what happens? B square sin 2x dx is equal to dt. So what happens finally? Sin 2x dx is equal to dt by b square. Therefore, sin 2x dx whole divided by a square plus b square sin square x is equal to integral of sin 2x dx means I can write as dt by b square whole divided by a square plus b square sin square x means I will write as t. So 1 by b square will be coming outside, and there remains dt by t. So what happens? 1 by p square integral of dt by t means log mod t plus c. So what happens finally? 1 by b square log mod t. Log mod t means in place of t I can write as a square plus b square sin square x plus c. I think many of people followed. Once again, if you want, I will repeat. A square plus b square sin square x is equal to t. So b square into sin square x ka derivative 2 sin x cos x dx will be dt. So b square sin 2x dx will be dt. So sin 2x dx is equal to dt by b square. So integral of sin 2x dx means I will write as dt by b square, and this becomes as t. So 1 by b square integral of dt by t. So 1 by b square log mod t plus c. 1 by b square, but in place of t I will be writing as a square plus b square sin square x. I think you people are clear. Now, when coming to this problem, what I will be doing means, we need to observe carefully what function we need to substitute as t. So here I know the derivative of tan inverse x is nothing but 1 upon 1 plus x square. So I am finding easy to substitute tan inverse x is equal to t. So put tan inverse x is equal to t. So what happens? That implies 1 by 1 plus x square dx is equal to dt. Therefore what happens? Integral of e power a tan inverse x divided by 1 plus x square dx is equal to tan inverse x की जगह में t substitute करना, so e power at and dx by 1 plus x square becomes what? dt. So integral of e power at dt means what happens? E power at by a plus c. So e power a into, in place of t we need to write tan inverse x by a plus c. I think you are clear with this problem. Similarly here also. So students, I think by this time you should tell what to substitute. So blindly I can do, let 1 plus log x is equal to t. So what happens? 1 ka derivative 0, log x ka derivative 1 by x, and outside there will be dx, and here comes dt. Therefore integral of 1 plus log x whole square by x dx is equal to, here what happens? 1 plus log x means t, so whole square is there, t square, dx by x becomes dt. Integral of t square means t cube by 3 plus c. In place of t, I will be substituting 1 by log x whole cube by 3 plus c. Right students, now we shall be going still more higher level integration. Integrand of the form under root of a square minus x square dx. It might be in numerator as well as in denominator. So we shall go by directly with a problem. Evaluate integral of dx by under root of a square minus x square dx. We know that sin square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. So whenever sin square theta is coming, we can write as 1 minus cos square theta and vice versa. So whenever this kind of problem comes, what we need to do means, let x is equal to a sin theta. So what happens? Dx will come as a cos theta d theta. Therefore integral of dx by under root of a square minus x square is equal to, in place of dx I will write as a cos theta d theta whole divided by under root of a square minus x means I substituted as a sin theta. So this turns down to a sin square theta. So finally what happens? That becomes a cos theta divided by under root of a square into 1 minus sin square theta, means a square into cos square theta, but under root is there. So this becomes a cos theta d theta. Once again I am repeating, x is equal to a sin theta I kept, so dx is nothing but a cos theta d theta. So dx की जगह में a cos theta d theta under root of a square, in place of x I substituted as a square sin square theta. So under root of a square into 1 minus sin square theta means cos square theta will be there. So what will be getting? A cos theta. So I think now both will be getting answered. So finally there remains integral of d theta. Integral of d theta is theta plus c. Theta is nothing but sin inverse of x by a plus c. So once again I am repeating, x is equal to a sin theta, dx is nothing but a cos theta d theta. So what happens? Integral of dx by under root of a square minus x square is equal to, in place of dx, a cos theta d theta. So that is equal to under root of a square minus a square sin square theta. So this turns down to a cos theta, both will be getting answered, and integral of d theta means theta plus c. And here if you could observe carefully, x is equal to a sin theta I kept. So x by a is nothing but sin theta, and theta is nothing but what? Sin inverse of x by a plus c. Now we shall be seeing one long answer question, and you should remember this as a formula also for competitive examinations. Show that integral of under root of a square minus x square dx is equal to a square by 2 sin inverse x by a plus x by 2 under root of a square minus x square plus c. So here what I will be doing means, I will take LHS. What is our LHS? LHS means left hand side, under root of a square minus x square dx. So here what I'll be doing means same as usual. Put x is equal to a sin theta. So x is equal to a sin theta means from here x by a is equal to sin theta, and from here theta is equal to sin inverse x by a. So these are the important points from x is equal to a sin theta. If we derive what happens? Dx is equal to, we'll be getting as a cos theta d theta. So from x is equal to a sin theta, we obtained all these particular things. Right? So therefore definitely what happens? Therefore integral of under root of a square minus x square dx is equal to integral of under root of a square. In place of x I need to substitute a square sin square theta, and in place of dx I need to substitute a cos theta d theta. So finally what happens? That is equal to, here this is becoming a cos square theta, magar a square cos square theta, magar root is there, so comes a cos theta into a cos theta d theta, and outside is an integral. So a into a will be a square, coming outside there remains cos square theta d theta. So finally here I am writing that is equal to a square and cos square theta, I can write it as 1 plus cos 2 theta by 2 d theta, because by multiples and submultiples of 11th class. So what happens later? A square by 2 coming outside, there remains 1 plus cos 2 theta d theta. So there remains a square by 2, and integral of d theta will be what? Theta, and integral of cos 2 theta will be sin 2 theta, and outside here 2 sin 2 theta divided by 2, because it's an integral. Sin 2 theta divided by 2, sin 2 theta divided by 2, and outside there will be c. Now again what I'll be doing? A square by 2 theta, and sin 2 theta I can write as what, beta? 2 sin theta cos theta by 2 plus c. Now what I'll be doing? 2 will be getting cancelled. So I want to avoid this particular step, and directly I'll be writing it as theta plus sin theta cos theta. But theta is nothing but what? Sin inverse of x by a. So what happens? That is equal to a square by 2. Theta is nothing but sin inverse of x by a. Sin inverse of x by a, and here also sin theta. Sin theta means directly I can write as x by a, and cos theta. Cos theta means under root of 1 minus sin square theta, 1 minus sin square theta plus c. So finally what happens? Finally a square by 2 sin inverse x by a plus x by a under root of, again sin square theta. Sin square theta means directly I will be writing as 1 minus x square by a square plus c. So finally manipulating, if you could observe carefully, a square by 2 sin inverse x by a is there, and here if I calculate, this becomes under root of a square minus x square by a square. So a square coming outside means a and this particular a square will be getting cancelled. So finally there remains this particular thing. So directly I can tell under root of a square minus x square dx is equal to a square by 2 sin inverse of x by a plus x by 2 into under root of a square minus x square plus c. Right. Now in previous class we had seen integrand of the form under root of a square minus x square. Now Under the next category in substitution method, we'll be seeing integrand of the form under root of a square plus x square or a square plus x square. So whenever this kind of problem comes, blindly you put x is equal to a tan theta, because we know a formula secant square theta minus tan square theta is equal to 1. So secant square theta is equal to 1 plus tan square theta. So what I'll be doing means, let x is equal to a tan theta. So what happens, dx is equal to a secant square theta d theta. Therefore integral of dx by a square plus x square is equal to, dx means a secant square theta d theta whole divided by a square. In place of x I will write as a square tan square theta. So a into secant square theta d theta, and here a square common means there remains 1 plus tan square theta, but we know that secant square theta minus tan square theta is equal to 1. So therefore I think both will be getting cancelled and one a will be getting cancelled, and that a will be coming outside. There remains d theta. So what happens, 1 by a integral of d theta is always theta plus c. Magar theta is nothing but tan inverse of x by a, because from this I can write tan theta is equal to x by a. That implies theta is equal to tan inverse of x by a. I think it is clear, little bit blurred, but try to adjust. So what happens, 1 by a tan inverse of x by a plus c. So finally this also should remember as formula, dx by under root of a square plus x square is equal to 1 by a tan inverse of x by a plus c. Right, I think you followed this problem. Now we shall be going for another pattern, under the same category, another problem. Integral of x cube by 1 plus x power 8 dx. So what happens, that is equal to, this I will write as x cube by 1 plus x power 4 whole square dx. Now later what I will be doing means, if I put x power 4 is equal to t, what happens, 4x cube dx is equal to dt. We shall try by that pattern also. Put x power 4 is equal to t. So what happens, 4x cube dx is equal to dt. So finally what happens, x cube dx is equal to dt by 4. So numerator turns down to, here I am writing continuation, numerator turns down to dt by 4, and our denominator becomes 1 plus t square. If you could observe carefully, 1 by 4 and dt by 1 plus t square, and this can be written as 1 by 4 dt by 1 square plus t square, and it is taking the shape of this particular problem, dx by a square plus x square, that is nothing but 1 by a tan inverse x by a plus c. So 1 by 4, 1 by a means 1 by 1, tan inverse x by a means here t by 1 plus c. But in place of t I need to substitute x power 4. So 1 by 4 tan inverse x power 4 by 1 means x power 4 only plus c. I think I told this thing, later explained its particular application. Right. Now we shall be seeing one long answer question. Show that integral of dx by under root of a square plus x square is equal to log mod x plus under root of a square plus x square plus c. Right. This should be remembered as a formula for competitive examination, and in CBSE sometimes this kind of application will also be given. So I'll be taking LHS, I'll consider LHS, integral of dx by under root of a square plus x square. So what I'll be doing means, put x is equal to, whenever a square plus x square is given, we need to put x is equal to a tan theta. and dx will become as a secant square theta d theta. So definitely what happens, this turns down to a secant square theta d theta divided by under root of a square plus a square tan square theta. So if you could observe carefully, a square coming outside, 1 plus tan square theta means secant square theta, but root is there, both so 1 secant theta and here secant square theta will be there. So this turns like this, a secant square theta d theta divided by a secant theta d theta. I think a will be getting cancelled, 1 secant theta will be getting cancelled. So finally there remains integral of secant theta d theta. In morning class only, just now we explained integral of secant theta d theta. Integral of secant theta d theta means log mod secant theta plus tan theta plus c. But here x is equal to a tan theta given to us, but answer is in terms of algebraic expression, but we got in terms of trigonometric expression, so we need to convert this particular trigonometrical values into algebraic values. So for this what I will be doing means, here I am writing, we know that secant square theta minus tan square theta is equal to 1. That means secant square theta is equal to 1 plus tan square theta, but tan theta I called as x by a. So this becomes x square by a square. So this becomes a square plus x square by a square. That implies secant theta means I can write as under root of a square plus x square by a square. This conversion is very important for us. So what happens, that is equal to log mod, in place of secant theta I can write as a square plus x square by a square, and in place of tan theta I can write as what beta, x by a, and here there remains c. So finally what happens, that is equal to I think so log mod, what happens, this can be written as x plus under root of a square plus x square by a plus c. Again in substitution method, sometimes we will be coming across integrand of the form under root of x square minus a square plus c. Earlier we had seen under root of x square plus a square, but now here under root of x square minus a square. So we are taking a problem, integral of dx by under root of x square minus a square is equal to log mod x plus under root of x square minus a square by a plus c. So whenever this kind of problem comes, we need to put x is equal to a secant theta. Why we are putting x is equal to a secant theta means we know that secant square theta minus tan square theta equal to 1. So again here dx will turn as a into derivative of secant theta will be secant theta tan theta and here d theta. Therefore I will take LHS, integral of dx by under root of x square minus a square is equal to dx means I can write as a secant theta tan theta d theta divided by under root of x square minus a square means a square secant square theta and minus a square. So what happens, a secant theta tan theta d theta divided by a, because a square coming outside, root is there, a secant square theta minus tan theta means secant square theta minus 1 means tan theta. So I think a will be getting cancelled, tan theta will be getting cancelled. Finally remains integral of secant theta, integral of secant theta d theta. Magar integral of secant theta means log mod secant theta plus tan theta plus c. Again same we got in terms of algebra trigonometry, but we need to convert in terms of algebra. So what happens, again the same procedure. In rough I am doing this particular calculation. X is equal to a secant theta, x by a is equal to secant theta. So secant square theta minus 1 is equal to tan square theta, तो x square by a square minus 1 is equal to tan square theta. So x square minus a square by a square is equal to tan square theta. So here log mod in place of secant theta x by a plus, but here tan theta is there, so I'll put root x square minus a square by a square plus c. So what happens? Log mod x plus under root of x square minus a square by a plus c. So finally what happened? Integral of dx by under root of x square minus a square is equal to log mod x plus under root of x square minus a square by a plus c. Under substitution method, we shall be seeing another category, integral of under root of a plus x by a minus x, or under root of a minus x by a plus x. It's only a long answer question will be coming out of this pattern. So whenever this kind of problem comes, always put x is equal to a cos 2 theta. A means here 1 only beta. So x is equal to cos 2 theta. So dx is nothing but derivative of cos 2 theta minus 2 sin 2 theta d theta. Therefore what happens? Integral of under root of 1 minus x by 1 plus x dx is equal to integral of under root of 1 minus cos 2 theta by 1 plus cos 2 theta, and again in place of dx I will write as minus 2 sin 2 theta d theta. So minus will be coming outside, and under root of 1 minus cos 2 theta means 2 sin square theta by 2. Why? Because we learned some formulas in 11th class. Cos 2 theta means 1 minus 2 sin square theta, and in terms of cos means 2 cos square theta minus 1. In terms of tan means 1 minus tan square theta by 1 plus tan square theta. These are very, very important formulas which you should remember throughout your 12th class. So what happens? 1 minus cos 2 theta. 1 minus cos 2 theta means under root of 2 sin square theta, and here 1 plus cos 2 theta means I can write as 2 cos square theta, and there remains minus 2 sin 2 theta d theta. So finally I think here 2 will be getting answered. Sin square theta by cos square theta means I can write as sin theta by cos theta. I think now I can erase those formulas. So what happens? That is equal to minus root going means there remains sin theta by cos theta, and 2 also will make outside, and sin 2 theta means I will write as 2 sin theta cos theta d theta. I think cos theta will be getting cancelled. There remains minus 4 sin square theta d theta. That means minus 4 sin square theta means again I can write as 1 minus cos 2 theta by 2 d theta. So minus 4 integral of there remains 1 by 2 d theta minus minus plus. So 4 into what happens? Cos 2 theta by 2. So here there remains cos 2 theta d theta. So what happens? Minus 4, and here 2 will be getting answered. There remains minus 2 theta, because integral of d theta will be d theta, and 2 into integral of cos 2 theta will be sin 2 theta by 2 plus c. Again 2 will be getting cancelled. So finally there remains minus 2 theta plus sin 2 theta means I can write as 2 sin theta cos theta plus c, where theta is nothing but, you can write like this, where theta is nothing but 1 by 2 cos inverse x. So it is enough. Once again I am explaining. Evaluate under root of 1 minus x by 1 plus x dx. Put x is equal to cos d theta, dx is equal to minus 2 sin theta d theta. Under root of 1 minus x by 1 plus x dx is equal to under root of 1 minus cos 2 theta by 1 plus cos 2 theta into minus 2 sin 2 theta d theta. So under root of this becomes 4 sin square theta, 2 sin square theta by 2 cos square theta, because I said a formula, I explained also, 2 will be getting cancelled, but sin 2 theta can be written as 2 sin theta cos theta gets cancels. So sin square theta, 2 comes outside, means minus 4 sin square theta. Sin square theta can be written as 1 minus cos 2 theta by 2 d theta. So minus 4, a minus b by c means a by c minus b by c. So 1 by 2 do theta, minus minus plus 4 by 2 into cos 2 theta d theta. So minus 2 theta plus 2 sin 2 theta by 2 plus c, 2 cancels, minus 2 theta plus 2 sin theta cos theta plus c. So theta is equal to 1 by 2 cos inverse x. Up to yesterday we had seen various patterns of indefinite integral problems. Now in today's class we'll be seeing a peculiar problem, and this kind of patterns will be coming across your in long answer sessions. Integrand, when integrand is of the form under root of x upon a minus x, under root of a minus x by x, under root of a plus x by x. If suppose integral will be of these 6 forms, how we will be doing? This kind of problems we'll be doing in today's class. And now for this I will be taking a problem. He is asking us to evaluate dx by under root of x minus a into b minus x. So whenever this kind of problem comes, what I will be doing means, I will put x is equal to a cos square theta plus b sin square theta. X is equal to a cos square theta, b sin square theta. Now what happens after this? I will differentiate with respect to x. So what happens? Dx is equal to a into cos square theta. Cos square theta means it is looking like x square. X square means 2x. So basically this becomes 2 cos theta and cos theta derivative minus sin theta plus b into sin square theta. Sin square theta means 2 sin theta and cos theta. So what happens? That is equal to, in today's class we will be seeing integrals of the form under root of x upon a minus x, under root of a minus x by x, under root of a plus x by x, under root of a minus x by x minus b, under root of x minus b by a minus x, and under root of a minus x into x minus b. I will be taking a problem and then we will be solving various kinds of problems in our class of the same patterns. So it's a very important problem, and it comes in a long answer questions. Evaluate integral of dx by under root of x minus a into b minus x. So for this I kept x is equal to a cos square theta plus b sin square theta. Differentiated. Cos square theta means 2x, 2x means 2 cos theta, into derivative of cos theta is minus sin theta, b sin square theta ka derivative 2 sin theta cos theta, and b will be outside. So what happens? 2 will be coming, so minus will be coming outside, a will be there, 2 sin theta cos theta plus b will be outside, again here same as it is, 2 sin theta cos theta. So later what happens? I think minus a 2 sin theta cos theta means sin 2 theta, and here again b 2 sin theta cos theta means again what beta? 2 sin 2 theta. So sin 2 theta taken common means we will be having sin 2 theta into b minus a. So writing in a nice order. So what happens? B minus a into sin 2 theta. So what happens? What we got here? Dx is nothing but b minus a sin 2 theta. So in place of dx, I will be substituting b minus a into sin 2 theta. Later, I will be calculating x minus a and I will be calculating b minus x. This we will be seeing here. So here I am trying to do, therefore x minus a. So x की जगह में I will be substituting a cos square theta plus b sin square theta. So what happens? A cos square theta plus b sin square theta, and here minus a. So what happens? A common means cos square theta minus 1 plus b sin square theta. Again cos square theta minus 1 means I can write as minus sin square theta. So what happens? Minus a sin square theta plus b sin square theta. So finally what happens? Sin square theta common means this turns down to b minus a sin square theta. Therefore finally what I got? X minus a is equal to b minus a sin square theta. So remember students, here we got dx and here we got x minus a, but now I need to find what this time? B minus x. Therefore b minus x. So x की जगह में again I will be substituting a cos square theta plus b sin square theta. So what happens? B minus a cos square theta, b minus a cos square theta minus b sin square theta. So what happens again? Here b is there and here minus b sin square theta is there. So b I will be taking common. So what happens? Finally I will be getting 1 minus sin square theta minus a cos square theta. So again this turns down to b cos square theta minus a cos square theta. So cos square theta common. So finally what I will be getting? B minus a cos square theta. Therefore finally I got b minus x is equal to b minus a cos square theta. So remember what we got here? In place of dx I need to substitute this one, and in place of x minus I need to substitute this one. In place of b minus x I need to substitute this one. We got dx as b minus a sin 2 theta d theta, and x minus a as b minus a sin square theta, b minus a as b minus a cos square theta. So now what I will be doing means, again sin 2 theta can be written as 2 sin theta cos theta. So 2 I will write outside. So b minus a sin theta cos theta whole divided by b minus a into b minus a whole square. But here root is there. So b minus a comes outside because root and square will be getting cancelled. Sin square theta means sin theta. Cos square theta means cos theta. And outside here d theta. So b minus a sin theta cos theta will be getting cancelled. So finally there remains 2 into integral of d theta. So 2 into integral of d theta plus c. But here we need to find the value of theta. Living like this, out of 6 you will be getting only 4 marks. But why we are getting 4 marks? Here we need to write theta. What is theta? Now we will be calculating theta. How we will be getting this particular theta means, earlier here I am writing as a note. So just you should show all these calculations in your examination sheet. We kept x is equal to a cos square theta plus b sin square theta. So from here what I will be doing means, that implies x is equal to cos square theta means I can write as 1 plus cos 2 theta by 2, because cos 2 theta means 2 cos square theta minus 1. So I had written as 1 plus cos 2 theta by 2, and this particular sin square theta I will write as 1 minus cos 2 theta by 2. So finally what happens? This 2 will be going up because 2 is LCM here. So 2x, and here a will be there, that a also I will throw this side, and b will be there, b also I will throw this side. So 2x minus a minus b is equal to a cos 2 theta minus b sin 2 theta. So finally what I got means, here it will be b cos 2 theta. So finally what I got? 2x minus a minus b is equal to a minus b cos 2 theta. So a minus b, I'll shift to this side. So 2x minus a minus b by a minus b is equal to cos 2 theta. So here what happens? 2 theta is equal to cos inverse of 2x minus a minus b divided by a minus b. But we want theta. So no need, just directly if I substitute also it is enough, because here integral of d theta is theta. So but 2 theta is nothing but cos inverse of 2x minus a minus b divided by a minus b plus c. This is a very important problem. Everyone should be careful while doing this problem. Right friends? Now we'll be seeing another pattern we call as integration by parts, or sometimes this particular rule we can call it as product rule. We had seen in a differentiation product rule d by dx of uv. Similarly here we'll be seeing integration by parts or product rule. What it generally tells means integral of uv dx. That means uv is a function of x, v is a function of x. Then how can we evaluate this particular integral? What he is telling means u into integral of v dx minus integral of derivative of u into integral of v dx. On the whole again there will be dx. Or sometimes most of the teachers might be telling like this. This one u I will call as first function, v I will call it as second function. So what happens? 1 into integral of v dx minus integral of derivative of the first function into integral of the second function. Outside there will be dx. That is up to you. Whatever you feel convenient, in that manner you can remember. But remember the formula is very important. Integral of uv dx is equal to u into integral of v dx minus integral of derivative of u into integral of v dx whole dx. So here how to choose the two functions? If suppose two functions are given to us, sometimes if it doesn't follow certain rules, what happens? The problem gets on prolonging and it will finish lot of pages, but you will be never getting the answer. So for that there is a special rule designed for us in calculating this kind of formula or this kind of problems. So what happens? The rule, it is a famous rule called as ILATE or ILATE, I-L-A-T-E, ILATE. I refers for inverse circular function, L refers for logarithmic function, A refers for algebraic function, T refers for trigonometric function, E refers for exponential function. Remember ILATE or ILATE. I refers for inverse circular function, L refers for logarithmic function, A refers for algebraic function, T refers for trigonometric function, and E refers for exponential function. I am repeating this formula. Integral of uv dx is equal to u into integral of v dx minus integral of d by dx of u of x into integral of v dx. Very important. You should remember this formula. And there is a special technique what to choose as a first function and what to choose as a second function. That technique or a rule called as ILATE, and this also you should remember. What I refers for inverse circular, L refers for logarithmic, A refers for algebraic, T refers for trigonometry, E refers for exponential. For example, if suppose a question is given to you, evaluate integral of x into e power x dx. So what I will be doing here, x is one function and e power x is another function. X we call as algebraic function and e power x we call as exponential function. So in this order, which function is coming first? ILATE. We shall check ILATE. I for inverse circular, but inverse circular is not there. Inverse circular means here inverse trigonometry, not there. So we should ignore. L refers for logarithmic. Logarithmic is also not there. But A for algebraic is there, yes. What is algebraic function here? X. So that function we should treat as U, and remaining function what is there, that we shall treat as e power x. So friends, by this time I think you are clear in choosing what as U and what as V. Now we'll be doing some patterns or some problems based on UV rule or integration by parts or product rule. So here what I said, you need to remember a rule called as what beta? ILATE. ILATE. So just now we have taken this particular example. Here two functions are there. One function here in rough I am taking, here I am writing as rough. So for the better understanding of you people, here U is what, V is what. I am keeping a question mark here. So you should tell me what to choose. Right. So inverse, it is there, not there. Not there means we should ignore. Logarithmic function is there, not there in the given problem. So we should ignore. A for algebraic, yeah, algebraic function is there. So we should keep a tick. What is algebraic function here? X. So U की जगह में we need to put x and V की जगह में we need to put as e power x, and then we can apply our formula. But always remember the formula. Once again for you people, I am writing the formula and you should remember. Integral of uv dx is equal to u into integral of v dx minus integral of d by dx of u into integral of v. I'll put a bracket and here also I'll be putting dx. So in place of u what is there for us? X, and here e power x dx minus integral of d by dx of u means what here? X into integral of e power x dx. I will keep a bracket like this and again outside there will be dx. So what happens? X into e power x ka integral is e power x minus integral of d by dx of x is 1 and integral of e power x is e power x, and outside there will be dx. So finally x e power x, 1 into e power x will be e power x and integral of e power x will be e power x, and outside there will be c. So e power x if I take common, there remains e power x into x minus 1 plus c. Therefore finally integral of the function for us is x into e power x dx will be e power x into x minus 1 plus c. I think you followed this. Now we shall go for another problem, another simple problem again here. Integral of x into sine 3x dx. Again for your convenience I will write here rough. So what is u at the beginning I will write as question mark, and v also will write question mark. For my convenience, as we are in the beginner stage, I will write the specific rule called as ILATE or ILATE. I for inverse circular function, is it there in our problem? No, so strike it off. L logarithmic, is there any kind of logarithmic function in the both the functions? No, so we should delete. Algebraic is there? Yeah, algebraic is there, so we should keep as a tick. And what is algebraic function here? X. So in place of u I will write as x, and in place of v the remaining one. What is our remaining function? Sine 3x. I think you are clear now. Choosing the functions is very important. So what happens? So finally again the same formula I will be applying. Every time I won't be writing the formula, you should remember x into integral of v, or I'll write here u, I'll write here v. V I will write like this, integral of sine 3x dx minus integral of d by dx of u, u means what? X, into integral of sine 3x dx, and outside there will be dx. So x into integral of sine 3x will be minus cos 3x by 3 minus integral of d by dx of x is 1, and again here also minus cos 3x by 3, and outside there will be dx. So minus x by 3 cos 3x minus minus becomes plus 1 by 3 outside, and integral of cos 3x, because minus minus plus, integral of cos 3x is sin 3x by 3, sin 3x by 3, but and here I will write as c. So another step I will write, so minus x by 3 cos 3x plus 1 by 9 sin 3x plus c. I think you are clear with the basic problems. Here in this particular integration by parts, you may get very short answer question or short answer question or lengthy answer question. The more you practice, you can enjoy the beauty of integration. Sometimes you might be coming across, or your teacher might be asking, what is the integral of log x? Definitely at this stage you might not be knowing what is the integral of log x, but you know d by dx of log x is 1 by x, but we don't know how to evaluate this particular function. So for this, whenever logarithmic function is given or inverse circular function is given alone, that means only log x or only inverse x function is given, what you need to do means try to write log x as log x into 1 into dx. Log x into 1 into dx. Always remember, whenever logarithmic function or inverse circular function is given alone, that means there is no other function, try to write log x as log x into 1 dx. So again I will be applying this particular rule, ILATE. So here inverse circular function is not there, so we should cancel. L means logarithm, yeah, logarithm of function is there, so this should be treated as u, and another is there 1 is also a function, nothing given means that should be treated as v. So this I will treat as u and this I will treat as v. So what happens? Integral of log x into 1 dx, u into log x into integral of 1 dx minus integral of d by dx of log x into integral of 1 dx, and here I am closing the bracket and here I am writing as dx. So what happens? Log x, integral of 1 dx will be x minus integral of d by dx of log x is 1 by x, and integral of 1 dx will be x, and here plus c. So xx will be getting cancelled, nothing written means understand beta, there is dx. So this I will rewrite. What I will be doing? X into log x minus integral of dx plus c. So finally what will be our answer? X into log x minus x plus c. So what happens? Integral of log x is nothing but x into log x minus x plus c. This should be remembered as a formula also, because many a times in competitive exam this kind of question they will be asking. Right. Copy. Now I'll be going for another function. Here also, just now we discussed inverse function is alone for us. There is no pair for inverse function. So always, whenever this kind of function is given to us, always sin inverse x into 1 you should write. Remember, for all circular functions we should write like that only. So what happens? Here this will be written as sin inverse x into 1 dx. Again same concept applying here. ILATE, I for inverse. Yeah, inverse is there at the beginning. So definitely I can consider and I can take this as the first function. So this as u and this as v. So what happens? Sine inverse x into integral of dx. Dx means here 1 dx minus integral of d by dx of sine inverse x into integral of dx, and outside there will be dx. So what happens? Sine inverse x, integral of dx will be x minus integral of d by dx of sine inverse x. In previous class we discussed it is under root of 1 minus 1 upon under root of 1 minus x square. Integral of dx is x and outside there will be dx. So finally what happens? X into sine inverse of x minus integral of x by under root of 1 minus x square dx. Yeah, now again we need to evaluate this particular integral. For evaluating this particular integral, we need to go for our flashback. We need to go by what method? Substitution method. We need to go by substitution method. So for substitution method, what I'll be doing means, I'll be doing here in rough that particular calculation. I think you can later copy. What is that particular integral? Integral of x by under root of 1 minus x square dx. Now I will be calculating integral of x by under root of 1 minus x square dx. But before that I'll be doing another step. X into sine inverse of x plus, and here I will write minus because minus I will take inside the integral, so it becomes plus divided by under root of 1 minus x square dx. So here I will write minus. What I will be doing? Put 1 minus x square is equal to t. Then what happens? That implies minus 2x dx is equal to dt. So minus x dx means dt by 2. So in place of minus x dx, I will write dt by 2 divided by root t. So 1 by 2 into dt by root t. So root t means 1 by 2. Again it is of the form t power minus 1 by 2. T power minus 1 by 2 means t power minus 1 by 2 plus 1 by minus 1 by 2 plus 1. So what happens? T power 1 by 2 divided by minus 1 by 2 plus 1 by 2. I think both will be getting answer, and we'll be getting it as root t plus c. Root t means t I considered as 1 minus x square plus c. So definitely what can I tell? In place of this particular integral, I will write as, here I am writing the answer. The next step, x into sine inverse of x plus under root of 1 minus x square plus c. It's a very, very important problem. You should remember. Once again I will be explaining this problem. Integral of sine inverse x dx. Whenever inverse trigonometric function is given alone, try to write that particular function as sine inverse x into 1 dx. Let what it is telling, the first function is inverse only. So always sine inverse x into integral of dx minus integral of d by dx of sine inverse x into integral of dx whole dx. So sine inverse x integral of dx will be x minus integral of d by dx of sine inverse x 1 by under root of 1 minus x square into x dx. So x into sine inverse x minus integral of x upon under root of 1 minus x square dx. Minus I will take inside for my convenience. So x into sine inverse x plus under root of minus x divided by under root of 1 minus x square dx. Now I will be evaluating this particular integral in rough. This I had shown all these calculations. So finally our answer will be x into sine inverse x plus under root of 1 minus x square plus c. This is also an important problem. The last problem of this pattern, there are a lot of problems. In integration we can find problems like an ocean. but always by practicing only we will be getting. I am selecting some good problems and I am teaching you. If suppose this kind of problem is given to you, integral of cos root x dx. We know integral of cos x, which is sin x, but we don't know integral of cos of root x. It is like function of a function, composition function. So here we should be very alert in doing this problem. So here what I will be doing means, I will put root x is equal to t. Root x का derivative 1 by 2 root x dx will be dt. So what happens, in place of root x I will put t. So 1 by 2t dx is equal to dt. So what happens, dx is equal to 2t dt. So finally what I got, dx is equal to 2t dt. Therefore finally what happens, our problem will turn down to like this. Cos root x dx is equal to integral of, in place of root x I will write t, and in place of dx I will write 2t dt. So finally what happens, this has been turned down to integral of 2 into t into cos t dt. That means evaluating integral of cos of root x dx is same as evaluating integral of 2 into integral of t into cos t dt. So again here the same rule we need to apply. What is that rule? Once again I will be telling. What is that rule? ILATE. I refers for inverse circular function. Inverse circular function is not there, so we should avoid. L refers for logarithmic function. That is also not there, so we should avoid. But A refers for algebraic function. But algebraic function is there. That is in the form of t. So that should be treated as u. So this particular t becomes u, and whatever remaining is there, that becomes as v for us. So what happens? 2 into, I will be writing a big bracket, 2 into t into integral of cos t dt minus integral of d by dt of cos t into integral of t dt, and outside I will be writing dt. So what happens? 2 into, I will write a flower bracket, t into integral of cos t will be sin t minus integral of d by dt of cos t will be sin t, and integral of t means again, so again t into cos t, t into integral of cos t dt minus integral of d by dt of t into integral of cos t dt, and outside there will be dt. So same integral of cos t will be sin t minus integral of d by dt is 1, d by dt of t, and here that will be sin t dt. So finally what happens? 2 into t sin t, integral of sin t will be minus cos t, so minus cos t, and outside there will be c. So finally writing in place of t I will be writing root x, so root x sin root x plus cos root x plus c. Now we will be starting with another result. We will be starting with a good result, very beautiful result. Integral of e power x into f of x plus f dash of x dx is equal to e power x into f of x plus c. This you should remember, right? Function will be there and its derivative will be there, and outside e power x, remember the result is e power x into f of x plus c. Proof is not required at present, so directly I will be going for the problem. Now integral of e power x into tan x plus secant square x dx. You should be perfect with the derivatives while solving this kind of problems. So if you could observe carefully, f of x is tan x and this will be f dash x. Why? Because derivative of tan x is secant square x. So it is taking the shape e power x f of x plus f dash x dx. So directly I can put as e power x f of x plus c. अगर f of x की जगह में e power x tan x plus c. So integral of e power x into tan x plus secant square dx is e power x tan x plus c. Right? I think this is clear to you. But don't think that every problem will be easy like that of first one. So here there will be little kind of manipulation in the second problem. Integral of x into e power x divided by 1 plus x whole square dx. So what I'll be doing means, when coming to this kind of problems, see here, I will add 1 and subtract 1 to this particular x. So 1 plus x minus 1 results in x only, so no loss to us, whole divided by 1 plus x whole square dx. So if you could observe carefully, integral of e power x I will write outside, this I will treat as a, this I will treat as b, and in each I will treat as c. So a by c, that means 1 plus x by 1 plus x whole square minus 1 by 1 plus x whole square, I will close, and outside it will be dx. So I think 1 plus x and 1 plus x will be cancelling in the first way. So e power x into, there remains 1 by 1 plus x minus 1 by 1 plus x whole square dx. Now if you could observe carefully again, this is f of x and this is f dash x. So it is of the form e power x f of x plus f dash x. So definitely what happens, this turns down to e power x into f of x plus c. So e power x, f of x means what? 1 by 1 plus x plus c. So our result will be e power x into 1 by 1 plus x plus c. I think you are clear with this formula. Remember, integral of e power x into f of x plus f dash x dx is e power x into f of x plus c.